Hey everybody, this is Noe with Walk with Yah Ministry. Just want to try a little something different here, a little different format, something a little bit quicker for questions that people have regarding deliverance, spiritual warfare, biblical application, understanding. And just if you have any questions, please submit them to noe@walkwithyah.com. And of course, you can go out to the website and other social media venues to find more information. But just trying to do this quickly, so I'm going to go over the first question here. Does everybody have spiritual gifts? Just please let me know. Thank you. And this was submitted by Noe Gonzalez, so I just want to say no, thank you. So in the Bible, we see in Acts 2:17, the Bible says basically that Yahweh, Yah, Elohim, God, whatever you want to call him, will pour out his spirit on all flesh. Now, what that means is that he's not going to just pour out his spirit on just the believers, those that are his disciples. And so he's pouring out on everybody, which is why we're seeing an increase even on the negative side, the bad side, of people misusing the gifts. And so, good or bad, yes, everyone has spiritual gifts. Now, we need to have our spiritual antenna focused on Yeshua, because otherwise the enemy will try to use us and use our gifts. And so that's, another topic, being led by the Spirit. In 1 Corinthians 12, verses 8 through 10, it talks about the spiritual gifts, some of them being healing and prophecy and stuff like that, tongues. And so you can read up on that yourself. And Paul says in 1 Corinthians 14:1, a little later on, he says, I would rather have everyone prophesy, that you really should earnestly seek this particular gift. So not saying don't seek the other gifts, but in particular, this gift. Now, my take on that is because really to kind of prophesy, you need to have a relationship with Yeshua, that two-way relationship where you're listening, you're discovering how he speaks to you, because it'll be different for everybody, but that you have so much developed a relationship that he can speak to you and that you can kind of understand or get a basic understanding of what he's trying to tell you, because he wants to bless other people through that or give them, a warning of something that might be coming up that they may need to pray into. Also, it says in Numbers 11:29 that Moses, he said, I wish everyone may prophesy. So this is something that I suggest that you research, see how that works, try it out, play with it, as well as the other gifts, of course. But, prophesying is definitely one of the ones that you need to seek out. In Deliverance, I depend very much on that, again, along with the other gifts, but that is a primary one. And it's when you walk in these spiritual gifts, we kind of have to be careful that we don't have a I am holier than thou type of attitude. Because if you're doing this stuff on a normal basis, regular basis, you have to remember anybody can do this. And so there's no sense of getting prideful. Now, a lot of people will have to grow in their understanding, and everyone has different levels of their spiritual giftings and how they work in that and how much they work on that. Some people will have it naturally. Other people are going to have to develop that time. Like Yeshua said to Nicodemus, you got to be born again. Well, when you're born, you have to learn how to eat and talk and walk. It's the same way in the spirit realm. You have to put time into and develop these gifts a lot of times. And it may take a while, but it's worth it. And the sooner you get started, the sooner you'll be doing the stuff. It may not always work the way you want it to, when you want it to, but at the other flip side of that is that sometimes when you don't expect it to work, it will. A lot of times I pray over healing, and there's people I really want to get healed, and it doesn't happen. And then other times, it just comes very easily. Other times, I may not be so sensitive, and I wish I were. And so, anyways, a lot of variables there. I won't get into that. So, I guess another warning with that is we have to be careful that sometimes we think it's all about the miracles, which are great. Like them. I like when they happen instantaneously. But he mixes it up, basically to kind of let us know he's in control and he'll do it how he wants to do it, when he wants to do it, should he want to do it. I find that my belief is sometimes that people may not get healed because there might be a legal right that the enemy has, and they may actually need deliverance. Is it that way all the time? I can't say that. But I believe that doing miracles, we don't do them for miracles' sake. Or in other words, it's not just about to show off and say, hey, look what I can do, look what can be done. Because really, if a person physically gets healed, at some point in time, they could get sick again, or eventually, we're all going to pass away. So really, the gifts should be more about showing people who Yeshua is, his mercy and his grace. And so I believe that's all I have to say, and that's a wrap. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Please note them below. And otherwise, I'll see you again when we have another question. Shalom, and again, this is Noe with Walk with Yah Ministry.